Welcome back to Allie messed up and has to restart her life. Welcome everyone. If you're new here, I'm Allie and I'm a little obsessed with living a wonderful midlife and hiking. If you're not new here, you already know that. And yay, welcome back. Today is the huge reveal. I'm talking in detail about how I'm bouncing back from a toxic relationship and rebuilding my life financially stronger than it's ever been at 52 years old. This video has a lot of great info, so I've placed chapters in the description for easy navigation. And as always, I'll link my complimentary blog post in the description as well. Be sure to check it out for more details. So this is the big reveal. How I'm going to restart my life and reinvent myself. Last week I talked about goals and that I was going to reveal what I was doing to improve myself, my situation, and not F up again. Yes, in love at least. So I'm going to go have a seat and let's discuss what my goals are and how I'm going to go forward with them. Look at those tracks, guys. That is definitely snake. It is still early in the day and it's not, it's still a little bit chilly for a snake. So I'm not too worried about snakes. I'm always looking at tracks. There's people tracks here. There's possible dog or coyote. Oh, there's more snake. So for the last 4 months, I have had two things on my mind. Two big things on my mind. The election. It is an election year. So I've been, thinking about all the voting stuff in my ballot, as well as how I'm going to bounce back from a relationship with a toxic man. If you don't know my history, which I've talked about in quite a few videos, and I'll put some links down below, I was in a relationship with a very toxic man, and for 4 years. I was in this relationship. I just got out of it about 4.5 months ago, and I have been working very diligently and making a deep dive into my life on how to not make that mistake again. So I have decided, since I'm starting from scratch for the most part, to reinvent myself. Now, how the heck do you reinvent yourself, right? Well, for the last few months, I've been doing this deep dive into my life. What went wrong? Why did I do the things that I did? Why did I react the way that I did? The whole gamut. And I came to the conclusion that there's two big things that I need to change in my life. The first one is psychological. And the second one is a little more obvious, my financial. So let's go over the psychological first. I'm going to briefly go over it because, to tell you the honest truth, this is one of those things that could probably take days talking about and years to heal from. But I've already done a lot of healing in my past, and I know what I did wrong. And I just want to preface this that I am not a professional. This is my healing journey. You take your healing journey, but this is my healing journey. So I am not a professional. This is not my advice to you. So I just had to say that. So I'm one of those people that will rehash and go over and rehash again events and actions in my head, to the point where I'm not doing anything else but going over what he did wrong, what I did wrong, how we reacted, what we said to each other. It gets dumb when especially I can't fix this anymore. Obviously I can't fix him, but I can fix me, right? I can fix me. So the first thing that I tried doing, and I am doing, is I stopped reliving the past. I've decided to forget the actions that occurred, but remember the emotions attached to them. I think about how I felt and their negative thoughts, their negative feelings. I don't want to feel that way again. When I remember those moments that hurt, that made me sad, that made me angry, that I regret, it's like it triggers me all over again, and I go backwards in my healing journey at that point. The bad and negative memories that I kept carrying in my head, they don't accomplish anything. So why keep thinking about them? So I do keep the feelings alive. I just distract myself from the actions, from the event. And this was one of the hardest things to do because I kept rehashing it in my head, especially the last day I was with him. And it kept making me angry. I wouldn't be productive with what I need to do to move forward psychologically and financially. So what I would do is I would trick my brain. So if I start thinking of that last day that I was really angry at him or really sad at something that happened, I was both. And the feelings of regret start coming back. The feelings of anger start coming back. And I think to myself, I don't want to feel this. And I catch myself. I've gotten into the habit of catching myself. And so I distract it. I will literally go and do the laundry or turn on something funny on YouTube or something that I really enjoy watching, or wash dishes, or focus on making money, on my income, something other than thinking of him or the bad mistake that I made. Now, distraction doesn't mean that I'm forgetting this. The only way that I can distract myself is because I've already come up with a plan to move forward and heal. I don't feel like if I didn't have a plan already in place, an action plan going forward, distracting myself might not be a very good tactic at that point because you still haven't healed, for lack of a better word right now, from the incident or the event. So I think because I'm moving forward, I can distract myself from it. And I'm not going backwards. If that makes sense. Makes sense in here. The other thing that I do right now to keep me psychologically sane, as well as heal psychologically from this, well, I read a lot and I research a lot and I work on psychologically understanding. I work on understanding why I did the things that I did and how to not do them again. So I do research a lot. The other thing I do is I keep very busy. And this kind of goes with distraction. I keep really busy. I don't have anybody relying on me right now except for myself. So I can spend as much time as I need to heal. And I keep extremely busy. But the ticket is, it has to be productive. I didn't think you guys wanted to look at that, but I have to hold this with my right hand now. It has to be very productive. So it has to be anything from riding my bike to making lunch to figuring out ways of making better income for myself. But I do keep my brain and my body busy. And I think sometimes people say that you keep busy to not think about the issues. Well, yeah, but like I said, I came up with an action plan already to move forward. Now, I'm going to preface this as well with, this is still kind of experimental for me. I have been in therapy in the past. This was a long time ago, though. around the time of my divorce, which was almost 10 years now. And I am trained as a health and wellness coach, so I kind of know which direction to go for myself. And I'm by no means diagnosing myself or anything, but I do know what I did wrong. And you can research how to not do that again, right? This does not replace therapy for me. I still feel like there might be a time where I seek out therapy. I just can't afford it right now. So this is the best way that I can do things. The other thing that I'm doing to reinvent myself, heal myself, and to make myself stronger, independent, is I need to have a strong income. I need to build my income back up, as well as secure it later on, meaning invest it in various safe investments. What am I doing right now? Obviously, I need to bring in an income, right? So I started doing this from the get-go. When I got to my mom's house and I had to live there, I did not want to live with mom again. It's not that I don't love my mom. It's that I'm 52 and I shouldn't be living with my mom unless she needs me, and she doesn't. She's got a husband. She's extremely healthy. So what am I doing to secure my future financially? I have the blog and I have the YouTube channel. I looked into some other things that I thought maybe I would enjoy. Remote work. I've done remote work before. I took a digital marketing class. I also looked into freelance writing and various other types of remote work. And ultimately, how do I say this? The effort that I would have to put in would still take a few more years to see the results, when I already had a blog and a YouTube channel that were already gaining momentum. So I didn't want to start from scratch, almost doing the same thing. If that makes sense. People are going to say, well, why didn't you do the same thing if it's already proven? Well, I already had other things that I was thinking of doing that would bring in income now, like getting a job. So I did end up, I'm on Rover again. I'm watching dogs. 1 week ago, I watched a Rottweiler. She was just the sweetest thing. I'm going to be watching her again in about a week. I also started a Substack. The big thing is I got a job, guys. It's part-time, but I was told that it can result in full-time if I need it or want it. But it is part-time and it is local. So that is extremely exciting for me, because that kind of helps me to get back up on my feet financially. It gets the ball rolling. Just literally started this about 3 days ago. I've started selling t-shirts. I did some research on print on demand. I'm going to use my marketing skills, my search engine optimization skills, and my research skills to sell popular t-shirts. That's where I'm headed next. So those are the things that I'm doing psychologically and financially. I'm bouncing back and I'm going to reinvent myself, guys. I'm going to go into detail of all of these different aspects of my life and how they're going, basically. So I'm going to get going. Leave a comment down below on whether or not you've reinvented your life, or you're in the process right now, or you want to. I want to hear from you guys. All right. I'll talk to you next week. I made it. This is the end.